Welcome to the channel, guys. I had to bring you this video today. I'm just blown away by what I'm seeing. Cam Higby and James O'Keefe were together in Minnesota for the primaries just 2 nights ago. And you absolutely have to see what is being allowed and they're not the only state, okay? But what is being allowed in these states, because it's reprehensible. It's why we need the SAVE Act. And I mean, if you're going to be blown away like I was, I'd appreciate if you'd like, share, and subscribe. That'd be really cool. All right, so check this out. Let's start out with Cam Higby. He is dressed up as a woman, okay? And watch how hard it is for him to vote.
Hello. Here.
Have you voted here before?
No.
No. Okay, well, go down to where it says voting, take a right, and they'll help you out in there. Hello.
Hello.
Register over there.
Hello, what is your last name? Is that and what is your first name?
Genevieve
Genevieve?
and vouch.
I'm sorry?
Vouch.
She's vouching.
I vouch.
Oh, for her? And is she Genevieve?
No.
So are you wanting to vote first?
You're gonna have to make a phone call.
Yes. But can she vote if I vouch?
No, good luck.
Does she live within this precinct?
Yes.
Yep, we can get her registered. Okay. So are you wanting to vote first though?
Yes, but vouch for her.
Okay.
So she vote. So if I vouch, she vote.
Okay.
Hi.
Is that right?
Yep.
Can I vote without ID?
Yes, if you're already in the system,
Okay. Okay.
then you can vote.
Ooh.
If you're already in the system.
Hold on, I just need to point this out. I walked into this polling station with a random name of a random person who is registered to vote in this precinct. I am not that person. Here I am in full niqab, and this poll worker was prepared to allow me to fraudulently vote in that person's name without verifying that I'm that person. They don't need ID from me. They don't need to prove that I actually am Genevieve. They were just going to allow me to vote. They might have had me sign an affidavit, but nobody's going to check those affidavits. And even if they did, there's no way to prove Genevieve didn't sign it and that it was rather me.
I'm absolutely blown away. This is the kind of fraud that's going on everywhere. Let me show you the next video. So, because I've got a couple of really cool short videos for you to show you how bad we need the SAVE Act and how egregious the fraud is.
A registered voter from the same precinct signs an oath confirming that they personally know the voter lives there. This allows someone without ID to register and vote. And employees of residential facilities may vouch for an unlimited number of facility residents to vote at the facility's address. That's right, an unlimited number. While proponents emphasize that the policy expands ballot access for recent movers and senior citizens, critics view it as a potential for fraud. For example, if a voucher were to lie on this contract and allow 8 of his ineligible friends to vote, and the results of that election are announced on the same day, what happens when the oath is further investigated and it is discovered that those vouched for votes shouldn't have been counted? The results of the election will have already been announced and enacted by that point. This document shows that the election workers simply circle a number of the vouchees. There's no other identifying information. And Scott Pressler from the organization Early Vote Action says there is no list of these vouchee voters anywhere. When he requested them from areas like Duluth, St. Paul, Minneapolis, and St. Cloud, Minnesota, Pressler says they are nameless, faceless, and recordless.
We all remember what happened in 2020. There was no time to prove the fraud in the presidential election, and the fraud stood. And that is what is happening nationwide, because they know if you could just get those votes in, get the news to declare a winner, it's over. And that's, not how it should work, but it is how it works now. and I literally can't deal with what I'm seeing. Let's move on to another short video.
Vote. The name is William.
The last name?
Pomerantz.
And does that look correct?
That is the date of birth. The question about the vouch. It's about the vouching program. Yeah. Okay. If I vouch for them. Yes. So I can vouch for them.
Already registered today.
This name as I'm registered, but they are not registered. That's okay. That's fine. Can I bring 5 more from up to 8 people? So I go get the rest of them and come and they can vote today.
Yeah.
I can just vouch for them that they are registered. Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay, that's a good thing. We go back and we get Krishna and Ernesto and Mohammed, and we bring.
How is that cool to have a guy that you're not IDing vouch for another 8 guys who you're not IDing? This is madness.
Them here. We go get the other people when we come back.
Since you're already registered, you can vouch for up to 8 people.
I did not know this. I thought they can only vote 1 at a time. Yeah.
Well, you each only get 1 vote, but you can vouch for up to 8.
That is great. I will go do that. We go pick up the rest of the people. We come and then all 8 I'll vouch for them.
No.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm sorry. This is mind-numbingly sickening. Okay, this isn't an election. This is a complete perversion of what an election should be, and it's wrong on so many different levels. I cannot believe this is what our inner cities are doing. You wonder why they always go blue? You have this kind of fraud in the inner cities, and it's unacceptable. Look, just because 3 million people live in Chicago doesn't mean they should dictate for the whole state of Illinois who their representation is going to be, who their representatives are going to be. Our system is broken, and DC better themselves and write a new law. They need to do something, because if this is what's going on, and this was a Democrat primary, so in the general, you've got even more people just walking in and voting with no ID because they sent in a slip to register ahead of the time. Come on, this is madness. We'll take a look at one more.
Hi, how are you, brother?
I'm good.
I came for the vote. Can you check if the name is if showing in the system?
Oh, you have your ID with you?
I didn't bring it.
Okay,
But can
fine.
you just check if the name you have it over there?
What's your last name?
Last name is Masheli, Masheli. And the name Afshin.
Yeah, you're in here.
It's in there,
Yeah.
so I can vote today.
Yeah.
I have no.
You need to fill the back of this.
Right.
Your ID.
So the question is it okay if I'm not a U.S. citizen? It's okay for me to vote.
All I know is you're registered to vote here.
As long as I'm registered, I can vote, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
The election worker there openly tells our undercover journalist that the name Masheli is allowed to vote in the primary election, despite the fact Afshin is a non-citizen from Iran. But we wanted to take it a step further and say out loud that Afshin is not.
I'm going to pause it there and take it down. And the reason is because this man also has charges for, SA with kids. And that's what they're going to get into there. He's on the list of the most wanted. This guy's been here since 1991. He came here on a visa and just decided to stay. He's on the most wanted list. And here he is voting in Minnesota. I mean, I'll leave it with you guys to decide here. I am blown away at how corrupt and broken these states are, and these big cities that are always voting blue. I don't believe they're really voting blue. I believe it's all fraud. That's my personal take on it, because once you've got this level of fraud, you can't believe anything going on in those districts. You just can't believe any of it. I thought this was an important thing to bring to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you share it out. Make a comment. Tell me what you think. Am I out of line? Let me know. God bless. Have a wonderful day.